Hello friends, in today's video we are spending the bulk of my time in my bedroom. We are changing my sheets, washing my quilt, and washing my blanket. We get the ceiling fan dusted and the carpet swept. I'm also bringing you some laundry motivation because you all know there's abundance of that in my house. I also take you outside where my youngest son and I bring you along as we pick black raspberries and mulberries from the bushes and trees on our property. I even share my favorite way to snack on the berries. So pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Hope you enjoy! Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Alright friends, I woke up this morning and decided it was time to get the quilt and my blanket washed, and when I do that I like to clean the ceiling fan because then it can just fall right on these sheets that I'm going to take down and wash. So let's get this started. And I do want to mention, I have showed the filter for my air purifier and I've talked about it, and not thinking that it was working. Now I'm not quite sure because there was not as much dust on these ceiling fan blades as there normally is. So perhaps it is working. Perhaps I just can't tell from the filter. I don't know. But as you can see right here, that's after I pull this pillowcase, and you're going to see that there's not that much in the pillowcase. And I'm going to throw here on the screen the date that I last cleaned those ceiling fans, just so we can appreciate how much dirt there wasn't on them. So I don't know, friends. I guess I'm just going to let it keep running and see where we're at in another few weeks. Maybe it is working. Maybe I just can't tell. Alright, so let's get these sheets off of this bed so I can get them downstairs to be washed and we can get some new ones on. And friends, today Harper was particularly clingy. I do not know why, but as you can see, she does not want to go very far from Mama. So I am working around her with this bed, and even a little bit later in the video, after I go to put the quilt and the blanket on, you're going to see that she is right there on the bed again. But I want to welcome you back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 51-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls that live outside the home. They're 27 and 23. I have 3 boys that live in the home. They're 20, 17, and 15. I also have 2 bonus boys, 16-year-old twins. They're my nephews that I got custody of a few years ago. On my channel, you're going to find cleaning motivation, cleaning inspiration. You're going to find a little bit of organizing and decluttering and even decorating, but what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to share my perfectly imperfect life with you all. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world and to help them realize that the best way to live life is as their most perfectly imperfect self also. So if this sounds like content you'd enjoy watching, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you join my community. And Mackie's a little clingy too today. He's not as clingy as Harper though. She's definitely a mama's girl. It's too hot to cozy up during the summer. Hello, sunshine. 1, 2. Dogs got to it. And as it's always evident within my videos, I cannot have nice things with puppies. They love tassels. I don't know what it is about it. My guess is it's the movement, whatever, but if it has tassels on it, it's not going to have them on there for long with Harper and Mac getting a hold of it. And of course, I'd only been working maybe 30 minutes this day, friends, and I was already sweating with my hair sticking to the back of my neck. So we're giving myself some cute little pigtails so that I can get some air on the back of this neck and continue cleaning. So here comes this laundry motivation, at least a little bit of it. I started my washer not knowing that there were clothes in it. My husband had put a load of clothes in the night before, so they were a little damp after I turned that on, but I just pulled them out real quick and set them on my dryer, and I'm going to get them hung up. But I just got my comforter or quilt and my blanket in. And friends, I got to tell you, I'm going to leave the link to this quilt in my description. I bought it a while ago from Amazon, and I have told you guys about it. I've showed you about it. It is still like amazing, friends. Like, I wash it every week, wash it and dry it, and it does not even look like, I mean, it looks brand new. That's how nice it is holding up. So if you're in the market for some type of quilt that you need to wash often because maybe you have pets, maybe you have small children, check this one out because it is amazing. I am so happy with what I paid for it and when I purchased it. So what you just saw there, this video was actually filmed just a while ago, shortly after we finished our basement. So I had to put the shelf back up down there just outside of our furnace. That's a shelf that my son made at school. It has like Harper and Mac on it. And then of course I had to hang up the coats and the dog leashes and all that stuff because it was piled over in the family room. So this was actually filmed before I cleaned the basement down here. I just kind of have released it a little different. Things don't always get released in the right order of they're filmed for many reasons. Mostly I wanted to get that cleaning of the basement out for you guys shortly after we finished the repairs because I was so excited for it. Here I'm showing you the filter, and as you can see, there's not a lot of dirt on it. Now there is a little bit here in the bottom I'm going to show you, but again, it must be working because my room was definitely less dusty. Just before I was talking about that, I was just sorting my middle son's clothes. My battery died, which is why it kind of cut out there and you didn't see me finish sorting them, but I mean, you watch me do it all the time. All I do is turn the socks right side out and the shirts right side out and get them ready to go into the washer. So we're just doing kind of a mid dusting here on my dresser. I didn't feel like taking my jewelry boxes off, so I dusted most of the stuff that was on it, but then I just kind of moved those around and dusted around it. And I'm just doing a quick dust here on my husband's dresser too. And just like I said, I'm not taking things off, I'm just kind of moving them and dusting and then putting them right back. And we're just giving my bookcase here a quick dust on the top and the pictures, and then my husband's little table that he uses for a nightstand. And then we're going to head back down into the basement because it's time to switch stuff out. Friends, I gotta tell you, this was a Monday that I was doing my bedroom, and it is my middle son's laundry day, and he always has like 2 loads. And so it's hard for me to get other things washed on these days because it's a lot. Laundry is a lot, and you know that I have trouble like making sure I go down in time to switch it from the washer to the dryer, and then from the dryer to a clothes basket if it needs hung up, unless I set timers. And this day was no exception. Even though sometimes I was setting timers, I wasn't always setting the timer. So it's just, laundry is a lot, friends. I don't mind it, but it's definitely not my favorite. So I just showed you there, it is summer and it's hot and my boys are in sports, so I always put the Lysol laundry sanitizer in their clothes, especially the clothes that they work out in, because they'll work out and throw them in their clothes basket and they'll sit there for several days, and of course the stink kind of gets baked into that fabric. So that laundry sanitizer does just help keep the stink out. And these were clothes that my husband left in the dryer. I am just literally folding them for him real quick. There's some white towels, some white socks, and I just hung up some of his work shirts that need hung up. And my youngest came out of his room and he's taken the pups out for me. And then we're going to head outside and I'm going to share a little bit with you about the berry bushes we have and some trees that we have with some fruit on them. I'll be right back, Harpy girl. All right, it's about 112 degrees out, so I don't really want to come out here, but I wanted to show you this. It's one of my favorite things about our new house, black raspberries. Trying to explain to my children that, like, this is what I grew up on eating. Like, we left the house in the morning and our lunch was berries from the woods. So yes, friends, this is one of my favorite features of this house is we have this giant black raspberry bush right outside our garage here, and it produces berries all summer long, and I am out there picking them about every 2 to 3 days. I pick all the ripe ones off, and then it takes about 2 or 3 days for us to get a new batch on it. And like I said, my children, like, they didn't realize that, like they were so worried the first time I picked these. They're like, Mom, like, you don't know what they are. And I'm like, I do. They're safe. You know, I grew up on these. Like, I was born in 74, and that was a generation where when you got up, you had a bowl of cereal, and then you left the house, and you didn't come back until it was dark. On a good day, you might be allowed in at lunchtime to grab a bologna sandwich or a cheese sandwich. But if you were hungry when you were outside playing, like, you ate berries and drank from the hose.
Any more? Some of them are purple and red.
Just grab them. If they pop off easily, they're ready. If they don't, then they're not ready.
Oh, kind of popped off. Did you look that up?
Well, because they're black raspberries, so they may not turn completely black.
We got lucky, unlike our stupid apple tree in our other house. Mama, I was going to find out that blue raspberries are good. Yeah, but I love the flavor of blue raspberries.
My kids find that so fascinating, especially my youngest one. Most of my other kids don't really care, but he's still young enough and still so much of a mama's boy that he gets interested in this now. Like, he was interested because I was interested, and now he's interested. We also have a couple mulberry trees on our property. And again, we had one in my front yard growing up. I used to eat mulberries all the time, and these are actually his favorite. He loves the mulberries. He likes the black raspberries, but the mulberries are his favorite. So it was hot out, like I said. It wasn't 112, but it was pretty hot. That's what a mulberry looks like if you've never seen a mulberry. But it was so pretty hot, but it was nice in the shade, and as you can tell, there's a little bit of a breeze. So once I took you out to show you the bush, I was like, we're just gonna come out and pick some. In a minute here, I'm gonna show you the nice big bowl that we got. And we enjoyed the fruits of our labors because daggone it, they are good, and we were not sharing them with anybody because they didn't come out and help.
Look right there. Yeah. Oh, that's on there.
Now, the mulberry tree that I grew up with in our front yard was a giant mulberry tree, and we just used to climb up in it. Both of these are fairly young. They wouldn't hold his weight, so we have to use the ladder to get his mulberries down. But you know what? It was fun. We enjoyed spending some time together, and it lets me reminisce about my childhood with him, and he is always fascinated to hear it because it is just so different than how he's grown up, especially him being my last. But it's just a nice little mommy son time, and I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys just enjoyed me sharing it with you too. So here's my favorite snack. A lot of times I have this for lunch too, but it's cottage cheese with drizzles of honey, and then I put the black raspberries on it. And during the off season when we don't have black raspberries, I like strawberries and blueberries on it too. But like, this is so good. The cold cottage cheese with the sun warmed berries on it. It was just amazing. All right, so we just had some towels to put away. They were folded at some point in time and sitting in a basket, and it's like, all right, Elizabeth, it's just time to get them put away, so let's just do it. And of course, we had my clothes on the bottom of it, so we're just gonna get those put away now too. So friends, I really hope that you're enjoying your summer so far. I can't believe that it's July already. It just seems like it is flying by, and it makes me sad. I mean, as much as my kids drive me nuts with, dirtying the house as soon as I clean it, I do love having them home all summer long, and I do miss them going to school 8 hours a day. I just can't believe that it's July already. I just want it to slow down a little bit. Not a lot. It doesn't have to slow down a ton, just a little bit. You guys know I have a senior coming up this year, and we've already done his senior headshots. I just got an email this morning about, his second meningitis shot. This first day of school is going to be here before we know it. And so I am hanging on to this last 7 weeks of summer, with a death grip. But I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. I hope you've had lots of good family time. I hope you've had lots of times to relax and just take a little time for yourself. If you have kids at home or grandkids at home, I hope that you've enjoyed stuff with them. I hope you guys have, had a chance to get out and make some memories, because that's what it's all about. All right, so as I was talking, I just showed you the empty canister, vacuumed my floor, and it looks like even less stuff was picked up when I vacuumed. So I don't understand, friends. I don't. Maybe it's working. All right, we are getting my blanket and my quilt out, and I'm going to put my son's first load into the dryer, and then we're going to get his second load into the washer. And of course, friends, this is a short one today, only about 20 minutes. This was, again, still during that heat wave, and I am just trying to do a little less during the day. I'm trying to do less during the day, but do it every day, if that makes sense. So we actually have about less than a minute left, and I am going to make this bed. And while I make this bed, I want to thank you for being here, friends. Thank you for always clicking on my video to watch it. Thank you for always liking it. Thank you for always leaving me comments. I don't think I will ever be able to express to you guys how much I really appreciate that. It makes my heart happy. If I could ask you to do one favor for me today before you click out of this video, can you give it a thumbs up, give it a like? It just lets YouTube know that you enjoyed it, and then YouTube will offer it to other people who may also enjoy it. If you feel like leaving me a comment, I would love that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then that bell notification, and you'll never miss another one of my videos. I release every Monday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to have you join my community. So until next video, friends, have a great day. Bye.